everybody, and welcome back to my opera channel. My name is Avi, and I spend most of my money on my musical education. What about you? This week, I was reminded how true this fact actually is because this happened. All of the applications for schools in the UK have now been open for academic years of 20 to 21, which is the time that I will be either starting a master's or not. We'll see. Hopefully. I mean, I'm going through the process, so hopefully. But we don't know. Anything can happen. With all these applications open, so many questions flood in to my brain. Questions that have rushed through my head through several different application seasons, because this isn't my first one. When do I apply? How should I apply? Where should I apply? When should I apply? Who should I apply for? You name it. It's a question about your application process. So many questions to think about! And one of the most important questions is, how am I going to afford this whole thing? But we're not talking about that in this video because that is a whole nother topic, which I will talk about in future, but not now. And let's not forget all of us international students who also have to have a separate fund for our visa application. So once again, I will not talk about that now. That will be talked about on this channel, I assure you, because it is a huge topic. But let's focus on the application process and system. Now, you can always take a quiz on Google for which school to go to and how to apply and when should I apply. But let's be fair, they will ask you some kind of question, and it might be this kind of question, which has nothing to do with whether or not you should apply for school. And if they ask you about your gender, questionnaire again, I might kill someone because that has nothing to do with applying for school. So let's start at the very, very beginning. A very good place to start. When should I apply, and am I too old? Now, full disclaimer, I will be speaking about opera singers because, full disclaimer, that's what I am. Surprise! Now, the easiest thing to say on when to apply, it is always, now is the time to apply. But, because all of the applications are open and now is the time, you don't want to wait till the last minute to do it. Yes, agreed. But do consult with your singing teacher or singing instructor whether or not you are ready to apply and what you're ready to apply for. But if they agree with you that now is the time for you to continue your musical education and that's what you want to be doing, then yes, go and apply now because the applications are open, and better be safe than sorry and always apply on time. It also gives you more of a chance to get into school because you're not working on last minute placements if you do the late auditions. In general, it's good to just get things out of the way and not stress about them. If you don't need to stress about them, lower that anxiety level. Make sure it's low because there are always other things to be anxious about, so let's not make it applications. Whether or not you're too old, that's a great question. But on the other hand, I was 25 when I applied for schools in the UK, and that wasn't really an issue. The school gets to decide whatever they want to do with you, and if you are good enough with singing, it might actually be better to apply to later, and I think schools take that into consideration, but I'm also not on any faculty, so I couldn't really tell you what is right and what is wrong. But what I can say is, if you never try, you will never know. So go and check out those applications, and if you can afford it and if it's the right time and that's what you want to be doing, then definitely go check them out. You don't necessarily have had to do a undergrad in music in order to go to a master's program in music. So if you have just finished your degree and you want to apply for a master's, once again, it's the school's choice whether or not to accept you, but you can always apply for a master's and try and ask for feedback at the end of your audition to find out what they think. And you might be lucky, they might give you feedback and they might not, but who knows? But yes, the deadlines in the UK are the beginning of October, but write that down in your head as the end of September. Keep on top of it. Yes, because the auditions then take place in end of November, December. But actually in Scottish, they take place in beginning of November, I think. How do I apply? Great question. Research is your friend. Keep an eye out on all the websites on how to do it. Most schools in the UK use UCAS, which is a same form as all the other universities, pretty much, I guess. I don't know. I only applied for music school here. But some schools actually have their own thing. Like Guildhall, for instance, has its own application system. So research. But a lot on UCAS. But every school's different. What should I apply for? You should apply for what is best for you right now. That could be an undergrad, that could be a master's, or that could be opera school, or it could not be in music. Make sure you have that conversation with your singing teacher, and maybe if you can, try and do a consultation sometime in September or end of August. Some schools might have like a thing that you can come for a consultation, but there's an open day usually in September for all these schools, so just go check them out. Check out all these websites. Once again, research is your friend, but remember that no matter what you apply for, the school gets to decide. What do I need to apply? In order to apply for school, you basically need to actually apply and to pay money. Some applications are £100 and some are £110. So really research it, because that is an expensive process. So you might not be able to apply for all the places that you would have wanted to necessarily apply, but kind of see what is available for you to apply for and what is in your budget. Because the whole process is so expensive, try and see what ways you can afford to do it. You might need to work extra or ask for sponsorship, because it can cost you about £500 just for the application process. So make sure that you know where you're applying and why you're applying to that place. Kind of make a pros and cons list of why you want to apply there and what that school can offer you and what you can't offer that school, because it might be the reason you will or will not pay for that application, because it's really, really expensive. Like really expensive. It's a lot of money to ask an 18-year-old to pay or a 17-year-old to pay. It's crazy. So once you've paid those fees, they're going to ask you to put a lot of information. Sometimes you also have to write a little short essay or a statement about yourself, like I think in every other school. And then they will send you an audition date. Make sure you also, once again with the research, have all of the right repertoire to sing for these auditions, which you can also find out all on their websites. So go check them out, because it depends what you're applying for in order to know what you need to sing, and that you should be also working on now. And that's not going to cost you any money to research that and find that out. But make sure you have the right rep for all these places, because everyone's a little bit different. You might need to even bring a poem to some and recite a poem, and make sure you also work on that, because you don't want your downfall to be that you have no acting skills. Don't let anything get in your way, basically. And on that note, I think I'm going to end this little Q&A here. That's all, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I hope you found this useful for applying for schools. Please let me know in the comments box below where you are thinking of applying for school and if this was helpful. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you can be notified when I make a new video, which is every Monday. In the meantime, have a great week. Drink lots and lots of tea, and go see an opera. Let me know what you went to see. Use the hashtag #DivaStudies, and I will find you, and you will find me. I guess. Creepy. The world is very small these days, but yes. That's all. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I keep ranting on these videos. I don't understand what's going on with my hair. Hey. Who knows?